With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow! Go on,
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle with Brooks here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down. Coming up, the Ravens at 5 and 6 to start play. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it is caught. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Yellow!
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. Black, 95.
And now they'll shift things around.
Ready?
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft until about the 23. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, getting that of 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense. One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
2nd and 10.
Field, flat. Here we go, set. Yellow, stick, mega. Ready.
Back to throw here. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yellow, 22. Mega.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Come on, set.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Good footwork at the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And the Steelers first down. Let's go now. Blue, 32. Red, cycle. Shot, 17. Ready.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Mike, 60. Ready. 52, blue. Hey, go steal. Yellow, go. Set, cut.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just to back out him into the end zone.
Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2.
Ready up. Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. 6. Mega. Hut.
They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there without time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Mahomes now to throw. Man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now.
Yellow. Attack.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Okafro holds it in left side. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
A short throw taken in by Okafro. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Yeah,
they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. First down, Pittsburgh. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. White, 97.
Hands it off out of the gun. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And that'll be good for Pittsburgh first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
60 red. 60 red. Field, black. Hey, green. 6, mega. Blue, striker. Hut, hut.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Blue, 32. Striker, striker. Set, go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Red, yellow. Here we go. Black, 95. Red, green. Check, huh?
Second and 6. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
Yellow. Strike.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin now to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. 10 black. Red.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hold it. Go up, down. 45. White. Ready?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved it. Their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Back, ready, set.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of 3, second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Yellow.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Steelers 7. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Chigga-Conquo, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Steelers 7. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Steelers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for two. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14.
Steelers 15.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And we all like to see tick on. So bring yourself over here, go. And let me see you get low. If you want this dude, now take it to the floor.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Mahomes will do it himself. And the throw there going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Right, 97. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow, 22. Trouble.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A Steeler first down with a pickup of 11 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Red 38. Blue, go. Blue striker. 6, mega. White blue. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Drill green. Hey,
And he'll send the tight end in motion here.
Red. Green jack.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Complete to Washington. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
10, blast it, 6, cut.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He'll try to pick it up himself. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Pass right side, caught by Thornton. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
180.
Now here's Mahomes. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, 57, 57.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
How
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Hey, green. 60 red. 60 red. Black shot. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Pittsburgh.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
10 black, ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to go on top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Hey, blue. Blue, 32. Red, yellow. You, yellow.
Back to throw again. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions.
Yellow, 6, leather. Slide blue. Blue striker. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
It's a gain of 8. Baltimore, first down.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the final seconds tick away. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally
when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Baltimore, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at